Okay, here we are back inside Matrix Gold. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you find the video useful and helpful in your designing process. If you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button if you like the content. If you're a return viewer, same, please help a brother out. And if you're a return viewer and subscriber, thank you very much. The support is overwhelming. I really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with me. Once again, May 15th through the 19th, 5 days of the Gemvison Virtual Summit. I'll post a link in the description below. So please check it out. If there's any events that you'd like to attend to, there'll be 5 days of 5 different events on different topics. So please go to the link and see if there's any that will interest you. And if you want to sign up for each event that you'd like to, you have to sign up for each one that you would like to attend to. So check it out. All right. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to keep on the flower theme here real quick. And we're going to make a flower, but make it so that it's maybe a little bit easier and more practical for using like an auto base or something like that, or a flow command to make an item. So that's what we're going to do today, is kind of keep on the flower theme. So the first thing we're going to do is go to our curves menu, grab a line curve, and I'll change that to our creation layer, of course, and just draw a line out here, something like that. And then I'll go ahead and I will rebuild it to degree 3 with 6 points. You can change the points or the degree, whatever you'd like to do, of course. Just give you more options later on, which you'll see. But this is all we're going to do. I'm going to kind of keep it very simple. And I'll turn on those points. Oh, I forgot to hit enter, didn't I? So I'll just right click, bring back the control. I hit the control points. So we'll hit rebuild, sorry. Rebuild, and we'll select our curve and hit enter. And now hit OK this time. There we go. There's our points. And we're just going to manipulate. You can draw like an arc direction out here. That would probably be fine too. You just probably want to change the curve to have a few more points, so you can manipulate it a little bit better later on. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in a few. So we're just going to kind of get a shape out here that we kind of want for our flower, and we'll go with something like this here, and we'll just take that curve and we'll go ahead and mirror it, transform, mirror to the other side, and we'll hit enter. Okay, and I'll turn off those points real quick, and I'll go back and grab me a line curve. Just right click in my command line, it'll bring back all the previous commands, and I'll hit line, and with my snaps on, I'll just close this off here and close this off down here. All right, and then right away, before I do anything else, I'm just going to take this curve. I'm going to duplicate it in place and change it to red and turn it off. We'll need it later. And so we have this. So let's go ahead and do a little manipulation. We don't want it flat, of course. So we'll go over here to our side, and we'll kind of just move our points around again. We broke history there, so we'll have to swing that curve around and just kind of manipulate it however you kind of want your flower shape to be, right? So we'll just go ahead and just take that, something like that, I guess. That'll be the profile, the side profile, and we'll just go ahead and take this one, get rid of it, and then go back and do that mirror again real quick, and then hit enter. Okay, so we have the same on both sides, right? I'll turn off those points, and we'll just go ahead and give this some surface. So we'll go to surface 2. This will be our first row, this will be our second, profile, and hit enter. And of course we don't need any of this stuff over here, so we'll just delete all that, and then we'll hit enter, and then give it some shading so we can see it, right? So we have a little flower petal out there, and we're going to do a lot with it. And if you stick around to the end, you'll probably find a lot of different ways to manipulate this. So your choice. Right now what we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to insert a kink. So I'm going to type in insert kink at the bottom there in the command line and hit enter. And I'm going to select my surface. And now I can put kinks. Kinks are 1, right? Degree 1. So they're going to be pretty sharp. So you can put as many kinks out there you want. I'm just going to put some out here. Something like this, and then we'll just take that. So we have a lot of kinks on our surface now, right? But it's still a poly surface, so we can turn on, or not a poly, sorry, NURB surface, so we can turn on points. Maybe, yeah, there we go. And so we have all our points on there. Now we can do a little manipulation with it. But to make it easy for myself, what I'm going to do is go ahead and type in options, and then hit enter, and then go to toolbars and then scroll down to select points and turn on select points pop up here. So now I can select all the points in a U, V, or any direction that I want, right? Instead of having to go through there and click on all of them and stuff like that, I can just go to the U direction. Well, first click on one and then go to the U direction, and it selects all those points in that direction. I'm going to go ahead and deselect the ones on the end here. And then to make it easier on myself again, I'm going to type in move UVN. And so I have a little bit easier control. Now I can move them in the U direction, the V direction, and normal direction. And I can set the strength of the move. 100 would move very quickly. 10 would be less, a little bit less. 1, and then down to, moving at the handle a lot. So you can change how quick you want it to move. Right, so I'll have to go back and click that again, click this, deselect that one, and go to my end one. Now you don't have to select them all, and if you put like 8 or 10 points on this, you'd be able to do it differently. And the reason why you'd want more is maybe you only wanted some of the curves or some of the indentations to go up so far, like halfway or 3/4 of the way. So you can really manipulate this all kinds of different ways. I'm just going to like I said, keep it a little simple, and we'll just use the 6 points. But you could put more points on there, and you have more control over how deep it goes. And if you deselect this one, your kink would only be partially the way up. So there's all different kinds of ways. I'll do a little this way and a little bit less, so you can kind of see the difference. And right now I'll go to my normals, and I'll just I got it set at 100. See how fast it moved? So I'm going to undo that here, and then I'm going to select 1. So it's a little bit less of a drastic move. So you can see I'm moving the handle quite a bit, and it's just dropping a little bit. Now we have a nice little kink right in there, right? So it kinks it down, right? And we'll go to this one, and I'll go ahead and select all the points in the U. And again, I'll just click off this one here. Well, let's select those, and then I'll hold down Control, click that one off. And this time, so you can get a little idea, I'll click this one off and this one. So now it'll go up to this point here, right? And I'll take this one and bump it up a little bit. As you can see, this part isn't moving as much as all down in here. So we have a real sharp kink here, and it kind of smooths out a little bit there. And we'll just kind of go through here and kind of rearrange these a little bit. And I'll deselect that one and deselect this one, and I'll drop this one down. So we got, kind of a up down type thing going on. And so I'll click off those, click on that one, select all those, and do the same thing. And this one, I'll take that one off and that one on the end, and we'll bump it up. Yeah, there's tons of different shapes you can do here. And like I said, if you stick around the end, you'll find out there's limitless. So I'll click off that and select these. And again, I'll just deselect this one and deselect the one there on the end, that one. And we'll drop this one down. Okay. So we have something like that going on, right? And we'll do it one more time with this one here. We'll go ahead and select all those, deselect this one, and deselect the one on the end there. And we'll bump this one up some. Okay, so we have that going on, right? Okay, so you can manipulate it however you want and get the shape, kind of the kinks or whatever you want in there. And then once you say you like it, just go ahead and click off of it, and we'll just get rid of those points. So right now you have this going on, right? Let's see, we want to go ahead and grab that yellow, turn it to gray, and turn it off because we don't need it anymore. I'm going to go here. I'm going to click on here, 1.5. I'm going to drag it up 1.5 and then hit enter, right? And now from here, I'm going to take it and you can do it several different ways, but we're going to go ahead and manipulate it a little bit here. So we're going to drag this point up and that point down a little bit. Something like that there. All right, so it has a little curve. So when we lay it out, this side here will be this low side, and this side here will be the high side. So it kind of go inside there, so it look more like a flower. And you can do it straight and then twist it when it's all put together, but then your bottom will not be flat. So we're going to take red, and we're going to just join it all together. I don't want to copy it. I want to join it. And we broke history there. So I'm going to take that curve and I'm going to just do a planar curve, right? And then hit enter. Oh, two surfaces. I do that all the time. Old matrix habit. So I'll take that surface and I'll change it to a little different color. I'll take my red, turn it to gray, and we don't need that anymore. Now from here, what we'll do is we'll do a blend. This right here to this right here, and of course we don't want that blend. You can remove those center ones by just click interior shapes, just click that off, and that'll change it a little bit. But you can also just lock these and kind of manipulate however you want. You can change it to curvature. We've already talked about the blend surface in another video, so we'll take it somewhere around there, and we'll just go ahead and accept that. And we'll do the same thing to this side here. There's our blend, and we'll do a little manipulate. I'll lock that, and we'll just drag those in a little. I just want that kind of shape. You're not going to see this side anyway for the most part. And we'll go ahead and hit enter. Now you can go in here and put kinks or more iso curves and manipulate those as well. So you could change this whole side on both sides if you wanted to, depending on how detailed you want to get, right? And at this point, let's see. I'm going to do it very quickly. There's all kind of ways we could put a profile or do a sweep. We could do all kind of things. I'm just going to do it very quickly because that's not really the main thing here. So let's just grab here and grab here. And we have an indentation there, which I don't really like. So let's cancel out of that. Let's do the top here to the bottom, and that gives it, well, let's pick this side and this side and see what it does. It's giving us that. So we'll just go back and do this one. Ooh, something's going crazy there. See, if you did a profile, it would not look good. But there's, like I said, there's all different kinds of ways you can do this. Let's change this to curvature, and let's lock this maybe, and kind of bring it out. No, I don't really like that. Let's change it to position. Yeah, we'll just keep it flat. Why not? And I don't know. It looks like it's going straight across there. So we'll go ahead and take that. We'll hit OK. Let's go ahead. Well, let's go ahead and take all this and join it together and see if that's going to be okay. And let's see if we can do a cap here, because that side doesn't really matter. Nope, can't do a cap. CAP. No. Okay, so we have to continue on. So let's go back to this here and do another blend, and we'll select this top surface, that bottom surface, and we'll just do we'll give it some tangency, and we'll manipulate this a little bit. Take this one in and take this one in, something like that, and we'll hit enter, and we'll just right click, bring back blend, and I didn't select it very good points, so here and here, and we'll just take that and down here at the bottom and down there at the bottom, and we'll take that. So it kind of closes everything off, right? So we'll take everything and we will join it together. And we'll change that to green. And we'll check it, and it's a closed poly surface. Okay, so we have our petal. Not a very nice petal. And as I said, we're going to go in and really do a lot of crazy things with this. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and select it. And we're going to go to our transform, and we'll do a taper. Okay, so we'll grab this bottom here. We'll go over here to our dynamic commands and enable second length and turn that on. And then we'll just kind of bring it in so it looks more like a petal, right? So we got something like this going on, right? And we'll hit enter. And we'll just take that green surface, and you can hide it, save it, delete it, whatever you want with it. And again, we've got something like this. This side's higher, that side's lower. So if I was to go to array, let's change this to green here real quick, and we'll go to plastic so you can kind of see what's going on so far. And if I was to take that, drag it out a little bit, do an array polar from F4 and 10, let's try 10, see what it looks like. You know, 10's maybe not very good, so let's go back, let's do 11. Let's go ahead and hit C4. We'll change it to 11 and hit enter, and kind of take a look at it. And that looks kind of better. So let's go ahead and hit enter. So right now you have something like this. And you can see the reason why we brought this side up and dropped that side down is now it overlaps a little bit, right? So you've got something like this going on. And, you know, for something real quick, that's not too bad if that's kind of what you want. Maybe you want to put diamonds right in those edges or something. I don't know. But that's a real quick way to do the flower, right? But we're going to keep on moving. Like I said, if you stick to the end, you're going to find out some pretty cool stuff, I think. So we'll go in here. And those edges, let's deal with those edges the first thing. Maybe, you know, we don't want those real sharp edges. We don't like those, right? So what we can do is we can take the surface, we can nuke it, right? And then once we explode it, everything comes into different surfaces, and they are now poly surface. So if you want to, you can go in there and start doing more manipulation if you wanted to. I'm not going to. We're just going to keep it simple here. What we want to do is we want to smooth up those edges. We don't want those edges real sharp, right? So the easiest way is just after you explode it and they're NURB surfaces, you can go to Edit Tools, and you can just go to merge, right? And then select this surface and this surface. And now you can see we've got a little rounded edge there. And you just go through there and select, now that one's rounded, right? And we're rounding off all those edges. Nice and smoother, a lot more, probably more like a flower would be, right? So we're just going through and selecting all those edges, and we'll do that one. All right, now we'll take everything and we'll go back to join everything together. And now you'll probably have some naked edges. Yes, we do, because those blends, we could have done that a little bit different, so it wouldn't have, this wouldn't have happened, but that'll be a different video because we'll have to use a custom viewports and stuff. So we'll go to analyze. These are real easy to fix anyway, so to me it's not a big deal. And then we'll just go ahead and we will join two naked edges. We'll take that edge there and this one down here and close it off. And then we'll just take this one here and we'll take this one up here and close that one off. All right, and there's a couple on this side, so we'll take this edge here and that edge down here and close that one off. And we've got a little thing going on there, but it'll tell us it's a closed poly surface. See, closed poly surface, but it doesn't look closed to me, does it? So let's turn this off for you real quick, and then let's just go back in here and we'll explode it again, and we'll just get rid of this piece here, and let's go back to our surface. And normally you don't have to do this. Normally it'll close it off for you. Not offset, we want to blend one more time, and we'll blend from here to here, and we'll hit OK, and then we'll just blend from here to here and hit OK, and one down here on the bottom and hit OK. All right, and now we'll take everything and join it together. I don't think I grabbed the last part of it, so let's just grab it all. Oh, undo. Okay, take it all, join together, and now we have a closed poly surface. Okay, and again, from here, what you can do is go ahead back to your transform, go to array, polar array, F4, and then hit enter, 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 and you have something like this now, which looks much, much better, right? More rounded edges and stuff, but that's not all we can do, right? So let's keep manipulating this. All right, so now we have this, right? So we want to change it a little bit more. So what we'll do is we'll select our item. We'll go down to cage edit, and we'll cage edit. Oh, wait, sorry. Let's do that again. Cage edit, select object, objects to capture. So click there, go to cage edit, select this object, hit enter, go to bounding box. We'll just keep it at 4 in all directions, right? And then what we'll do is first ones we'll manipulate are these here. Hold down shift. Oh, undo real quick. Okay, so we'll select these here, and we will hold down shift and select these here, and we'll just grab our handle here and kind of bend it out a little, something like that, right? And then we'll just grab these here and these over here and kind of do the same thing, getting whatever shape we want. We'll grab these here. Well, let's grab all these and we'll kind of drag them in a little bit, giving us something like that. And you can keep manipulating this however you want. Let's drag those out a little. And let's take this one, and we'll drag them out just a little too. So we got something like this now, which is much different, right? And you can manipulate this tons of different ways, right? So now if I take it and I go to polar array, and F4 is my center, enter, 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 and one more time. And you get something like this, which is a lot different than our, well, let's back out of that here real quick. Let's take this, do a polar array. It looks like it didn't really go to F4, hit enter, enter, and enter. There we go. Now we have something really kind of pretty cool coming out, right? Looks a lot different. You don't have to array it with so many because our item's a little bit, oh, that's why. Let's get rid of that one. There we go. Okay, now let's take this one and do a polar array, but we won't use so many this time. We'll drop it down a little bit. We'll go to A, we'll go 11, let's just put 10, enter, 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 and we have something like this. And you could probably even go maybe even a little less. So you can play around with that however look you want. So we're really starting to get a little flower going on. But we're going to do some more. But first, let's go ahead and grab our ball. F4, turn off our snaps. Go in here and just kind of get a ball out here. And we'll drag that ball up a little bit, somewhere around the middle. So now we have a flower type thing going on, right? Which is pretty cool. I mean, this one right here by itself might be pretty interesting. My flower, let's turn that to, there we go. Something like that. For flower, you could, again, drop that count down to like 8 or 7 or something like that, and you can get all kinds of different looks, right? So like I said, we're not done yet. We're going to keep moving. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to select all those and delete them. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and we're going to do one more manipulation just to kind of see all the possibilities, right? So we'll grab our item, we'll go to our transform. We'll go to Maelstrom, right? Don't forget about your favorite Maelstrom command. It can do some crazy stuff. So we'll go here, we'll bring it down into maybe around here, and we'll just give it a little twist. Now we got something like this, and we still have a closed poly surface, right? So we got something like this going on, right? Which is a little bit different look, right? So let's go back here and let's take that and let's do an array. And this time let's drop it down a little bit. So we'll hit F4. We'll take it down to, let's do 8 this time just to see. And then hit enter, and enter. And now we have something like this going on. So the possibilities are endless, right? If we bring back that ball, you can make all different kinds of shapes of flowers. You can go in there and manipulate by adding kinks and then adjusting points. And if you wanted to, you could add kinks in these edges and make even more detail. So there's a lot there that you can do. So this is just another way to make a flower, and it's, you know, with the exception of that ball, which is very easy to fix. You can just grab a curve and kind of go out to where it's kind of at the same level or something. Drag that curve over, select that curve. Did I not put the curve out there? Oh, my yellows. Oh, yellow's on. It must have not selected. I'll right click again, and I'll just draw that line right across, and it keeps disappearing on me for some reason. Oh, because we're on plastic. So let's go ahead and take this one, delete it. Let's take this curve here and this ball here, and we'll do a trim real quick and just get rid of the surface here. Oh, this one, this. Okay, right click off that. We'll click, hold down shift, get both those, hit trim, and trim that off, right? And then we'll grab that yellow curve and, well, we'll hit enter and then grab that yellow curve. It's gone. Oh, there it is. Delete it. We don't need it. It will take this, CAP, cap, and now we have a closed surface right there so we can join everything together. And there you go. But the key or the point here is that this one is flat. So if we do a smart flow or a flow or something like that, we have the shape that's going to conform with our item, a ring or whatever we're making. So it's going to change with the item, and that we'll do in another video. So we're going to go ahead and take this, also hit a full save just to keep it for our next video, which we're going to make some kind of a design. And you can go in here and you can do all kind of manipulation with this thing here to get it however you're you know, maybe more to your liking or whatever, so it's not a ball. Something different, maybe put some kind of designs on it as well. But there you go, a very quick way to kind of make a little bit of different flower shapes. And again, you can put kinks in there, all different kinds of things. And then now at this point, all you have to do is go to your solids. Just start doing your boolean union with all your items. Hit enter and then hit enter and give it a second, and they should join together. Maybe I made it this far without, oh, it blew up on me. What happened there? So let's go back, let's abort that command. Okay, so I'll take that, close poly surface, let's switch it to this here. Okay, and now we'll just go try that again. We'll take this one, hit enter, and we'll take this one and hit enter and give it a little bit. They should join up, no problem. Let's check our direction here just to be safe. Let's abort. Let's go ahead and type in dir. Yeah, our direction's cool on that one. dir, direction's cool on that one. Maybe because they're planar there, so just maybe take one and then just type in 0.01, hit enter. Oh, no, okay. We want to move it up or down or something. 0.01, move it up. So it should have moved it up just ever so slightly. So we can take that and enter. Second. Oh, wait. All right. Right click. This surface, enter. This surface, enter. Yeah, there we go. Just you might have to do it since they're sharing the common plane. Uh, Sometimes that affects the boolean, right? So and then just delete that one, or save it, whatever you want, and just go around and do that to all of them, and they should be fine. All right. So hopefully that helps you, and if it does, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.